difference between a synchronized collection and a concurrent collection?
Synchronized collection. Synchronized collection, I never heard this word. Any specific example do you have for synchronized collection? I know concurrent collections or concurrent hash map.
Any collection synchronized, right? I can use synchronized keyword in the collections code. I can make any collection synchronized.
Okay. Externally, if put a synchronized keyword with a collection.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So that will. So the let me explain you the concurrent collection first. So this is fail safe actually. What happens in norm? Let me give an example of hash map. If we use hash map and iterate over the hash map entries and try to modify any value, try to add or remove any value, so it will given us a concurrent modification exception. Why? Because it does not allow, so which is fail fast, right? So if we can avoid this exception using concurrent hash map. So in that case it will create a copy of the original one, and we will not get a concurrent modification exception in that case. So that is what concurrency in collections. But in synchronized keyword, as we know that it is just a normal keyword with in multi-threading, which will uh, avoid you means which will preserve our collection, put some lock so that other threads will not uh, means affect anything if one thread is using that, right? So so that's the difference. Means synchronized keyword is just a keyword, so that can be fail. Means if we put synchronized, it will if not required, it will go for extra performance issues can be there because that extra calculations is there, right? So but in concurrency is better in case of multi-threading. It will not give us the concurrent modification exception.
Okay, how can I write an immutable class?
Okay, immutable we can create by certain steps, like first don't create any public methods, remove all setters, because we do not want to mutate. We want to create immutable now, so we do not need setters, right? So remove setters only, and if there are any variables we have, then make those variables as final, so that nobody can make any change. And then uh, removal constructors also, like not remove, make them as private, so that nobody can create object using new keyword or make any change. And then if there is copying is happening, so make it deep copying instead of shallow, so that all data will be copied. It will not affect the original one. So deep copy is required. And yeah, I think that's it. 5 or 6 steps are required.
So, do you have idea about partitioning in database?
Partitioning, you are saying?
Yeah, partitioning.
Partitioning with database.
Data partitioning.
Data partition. I know that we have in a sorry, in database you are saying. Na?
Basically, tables, partitioning of tables.
I think indexing is there. I think that's what you are asking. I'm not sure. But then I have not worked on partitioning.
That's fine. Are you familiar with materialize views?
Yes. Currently, we are using materialize views also. Like what is happening? We have some tables, and uh, and uh, uh, and in our application now, we don't want, means we want some data, some columns which are not uh, which are not in one table, which are not in another table. So what we generally do, we create a materialized view which contains all the columns from both the tables, and we call that view and get the data. But the disadvantage is that every time, every day, we need to run a batch which fill that materialized view, update, make updation from the tables.
You need to refresh the.
Refresh, or we have written one batch which will refresh all the data in the view from the tables every day.
So, like, are you familiar with outer joins?
Yeah, yeah,
Outer
outer
joins.
joins. So there are multiple joins, right? Outer join basically which will what I would say which will skip the intersection part and give the other else results. I think that is the outer join.
Okay, okay. Uh, like you have written that you have been with banking domain.
Yes, yes.
So, like, suppose if there is some data which gets on increasing every year, it becomes quite huge. So, is there any way that we can like keep just the active data and kind of store some of the also active data, which is like just for historical records? Is there any way like, or do you follow such any such practices?
So in our projects, what we do, we put one column active and active flag. So whatever data is not required, we put it as inactive. So and in our Java development, we have put everywhere this check that get data from this particular table when we have active flag is equal to y. So it will give us only the active data only.
Do you follow any sort of data archiving?
Data
Data archiving.
Data archiving, no, we directly are not a part of database team. So previously in when I was in previous project, so actually that was a e-commerce domain and a huge site with the 40 working in 40 countries. So every day we were having data in lakhs. So at that time DBA team was there who archive every day all the data, all the users which are coming every day, guest users and all. So those were archiving. I know Linux commands, means not hands-on right now, but I have worked on archiving also.
Are you familiar with the term P-tree index?
P2 index, no.
Any idea like you have mentioned that you have worked with Oracle. So like any idea like what different types of indexes are there in Oracle?
Uh, No, indexing I have not worked. What we generally work in Oracle, we have Oracle developer. We write some queries, some joins, and we also create some tables and update the data so that, and we create those queries and use those queries as a native query in our Java development. So that's what I have worked till now, and I also got chance to work on materialized view as I told you. But indexing
Okay.
I have not worked.